Welcome to The Hypnotist, the show that gives you inside access to cutting-edge hypnosis with real clients facing genuine issues. Brought to you by the hypnotherapist demanded by celebrities, CEOs, and even royalty, Adam Cox. These recordings took place live from Adam's clinic in London's world-famous Harley Street. This podcast features powerful hypnosis, so do not listen while driving or operating machinery. This recording is not suitable for those with epilepsy or severe mental health issues. So, get yourself comfortable and enjoy today's episode of The Hypnotist.
Hi, it's Adam here, and in this episode of The Hypnotist, you're going to be listening to a hypnosis session that is a weight loss hypnosis session for a client that was already making fantastic progress, already lost about 6-7 kilos in weight, 4 pounds, that's about 15 pounds in not a very long period of time, just based on making positive choices. What this session is all about is to continue the momentum and to increase the quality of choices, to lay the existing choices as a foundation, as a framework, to then make even better choices. Still highlighting that perfection isn't required, because that really is a death knell to weight loss. The idea that you have to make perfect decisions, that definitely isn't true. But to make good choices most of the time really is the way, because when you think about how people gain weight, it isn't because they're trying to gain weight, it's because they're making certain choices that make them feel good temporarily, and because they do that enough times, the consequence of that is that they gain weight. And that's really how you lose weight as well. Good choices that make you feel good in the moment and do it long enough and repetitive enough, consistently enough, and then you lose weight. There is a metaphor here of stepping stones across a river. It represents the progress that's been made, but still highlights that more things need to be done to continue, and creates the idea that there will be a test, a challenge in the future. And I've worked with hundreds of people to help them lose weight. And when you find people that have lost weight and then gained it again, it's normally because there's been some kind of tumultuous event in their life, or something strange happened out of the ordinary that tested them. So it's really helpful for anyone losing weight to have this idea that it isn't going to be easy, but it is going to be worthwhile, and that there will be tests along the way, but that they have the resources to overcome the challenges, to overcome the adversity. And actually, that's what really gives the value of the weight loss and all the good feelings that come with that at the end. It's the time of the year where people are thinking about losing weight in the new year. If you're one of those people, I would encourage you to schedule a free consultation call with me this side of Christmas, even if you're making plans to lose weight next year in January time, just because it's the busiest time when I'm working with people. Much better to have those conversations early. So if you are interested in that, click the link in the show notes or check out my website, adamcox.co.uk. I also have another weight loss website called hypnoslimming.com. Feel free to check them out. For now, though, you might find this session helpful depending on where you are in your weight loss journey. So find a quiet, comfortable place where you won't be disturbed, relax, and enjoy the session. Take a deep breath in. And as you breathe in a resourceful feeling of calm and relaxation. And as you exhale, just allow feelings of stress or tension, any worries or concern, to feel like they're leaving your body in your outward breath. Breathing in and breathing out, notice that your eyelids are feeling heavier, more relaxed. Scan your body for any feelings of tension, particularly in your forehead, around your neck or your shoulders. Breathe in and breathe out. And give permission to just let go. As you breathe in and breathe out, I want you to imagine a large river in the countryside. I want you to imagine this large river on a sunny day under a blue sky. Breathe in the freshness of the air. And I want you to feel that the sunshine has the magical property of being able to melt away any tension and any stress. As you breathe in and breathe out under the blue skies, feeling the warmth of the sun, get a sense that you're becoming more and more relaxed. And I want you to imagine by the side of this river is the most comfortable looking chair that you've ever seen. Maybe it's a sofa, a reclining chair. And I want you to imagine placing yourself on that chair, positioning your body in the most relaxing way possible. As you breathe in and breathe out, I want you to imagine that your body, as I count down from 10 to 1, will start to feel 10% deeper and deeper relaxed with each and every descending number. Breathing in the fresh air, eyelids feeling completely relaxed, slowing down your breathing. That's it. 10. Just focus your attention on all the muscles around your eyes, eyebrows, eyelids. Breathe in a wonderful feeling of calm relaxation. And as you exhale, just allow any and all tension around your eyes to just melt away. Breathing in, breathing out, and then 9. Focusing on the muscles in the forehead, becoming aware of echoes of muscles used in the past, perhaps for expressions like worry or concern, surprise. As you breathe in that fresh, clean countryside air, feel that it's melting away any tension in your forehead. And as you breathe out, see a dark, shadowy color representing any tension leaving your body. 8. Now focusing on the muscles in your jaw, around your mouth. As you breathe in that wonderful, slow, calm feeling of resourceful relaxation. And breathing out, just releasing any tension around the jaw. You're already finding it easier, effortless, to breathe in deeply and breathe out deeply. As there on that chair by the side of that river, you now focus there on your neck and your shoulders. And start to imagine any tension as almost being like crystals of ice infused in your muscle tissue. As you breathe in and breathe out, just get a sense that your breath plus the sunshine is melting away that tension. That's it. Enabling you to feel deeper and deeper relaxed. And then as that 7 goes to 6, feel the relaxation spreading down your arms. Arms feeling limp, loose, heavy. I want you to imagine what it would feel like if your arms felt like the limbs of a puppet with no strings, just limp, loose, heavy. Breathing in and breathing out. And then 5, focusing that as you breathe in, even your internal organs are relaxing. That's it. Allow your stomach to relax, your heart to relax. As you breathe in, allow your lungs to relax. A wonderful feeling of relaxation expanding, and then 4 going down into your gut. And if the neck and the shoulders is where tension and stress is sometimes stored, then the gut is where anxiety is sometimes stored. So as you breathe in that resourceful feeling of relaxation, allow it all just to melt away, releasing any worries. And I want you to scan your body for emotions you've been holding on to for too long. And while your body's relaxed, this is the optimal time to let go. You don't need to hold on to any of these emotions of the past anymore. They've served their purpose. Feeling deeper and deeper relaxed as 4 turns into 3, that relaxation spreading into your legs. Legs feeling limp, loose and heavy. That's it, down into your feet. Ankles, toes, just so relaxed now. A wave of relaxation spreading from the tips of your toes to the top of your head and back down again. And then 1. I want you to imagine falling into a deep, relaxing sleep. A dreamlike sleep. And the great thing about dreams is that they feel real while you're in them, and it's only when you wake up you realize something was strange. And I want you to dream that you're beside yourself, seeing that version of you fully relaxed and fast asleep there on that comfortable chair by the river. Imagine lifting up your wrist, seeing a hand and an arm that's just limp and loose, letting it go, seeing it flop back down by your side, and perhaps consider that this is your conscious mind fast asleep, and that the part of you that is now wandering by the side of this river is a part that wants a more desirable future, a future where you feel empowered, that every choice you make is you steering your life into a direction where it becomes better and better. I want you to imagine walking towards the riverbank, and suddenly the weather changes. It goes from a sunny day with blue skies to a foggy day, and you can no longer see the other side of the river. But fortunately, there are a series of stepping stones that enable you to take one step at a time from one side of the river to the other. I want you to feel that the very first step was being willing to make a decision. And perhaps the second step was to start making different choices, just to realize that you can make different choices. I want you to turn around and see that even through the fog, you can see that version of you fast asleep in a chair, and that perhaps you're standing 2 stepping stones into the river, and you can see more stepping stones in front, knowing it will take you to the other side. And maybe the other side of the river represents a healthy, more active future, where feelings of self-consciousness have turned into feelings of self-pride, accomplishment, confidence. I want you to congratulate yourself on making the progress you've made so far, to feel a wonderful feeling that you're already making progress towards a better future. And I want you to think of what could be the very next step across this river. It could be something as simple as drinking a glass of water before you drink coffee. Or maybe it's to take those foods you already enjoy, fresh berries like strawberries, raspberries, blackcurrants and blackberries, maybe with delicious Greek yogurt. And if that was how you tended to start the day, maybe that would represent one more step across the river. I want you to think that there is no right way or wrong way of making progress. The key to making progress is to finding what works for you. What does your body respond well to? What are the choices that you make you feel good when you make them, but also when you think back to making them? Nobody regrets drinking too much water in a day. Nobody regrets reducing what they eat if what they eat is better quality. I want you to think about what it means to deserve. Some people feel like they have to earn things to deserve things. Other people consider that deserving things is just a right, that we all deserve good things. I want you to imagine that if you had to choose between eating 10 plates of poor quality food or one plate of the most delicious high quality ingredient food that existed, you wouldn't feel that you're being more deserving if you were forced to eat 10 plates of poor quality food. Therefore, your intuition already believes that quality is more important than quantity. And if that's true, then it means that you can make wonderful choices, making you feel more and more deserving as you choose to give yourself good quality food. I want you to imagine a week of experimenting with subtle changes in choices that could represent progress. Drinking more water, eating less bread, walking just a little bit more, not for fitness, not for activity, simply because it's a way from getting from A to B. Perhaps you can even experiment with foods you wouldn't normally have for breakfast, like eggs, maybe trying some cream or butter in your coffee. And I want you to imagine you're just experimenting, trying things out. And when you feel like you found things that make you feel better, make you crave foods less, make you feel like your body is working with you, then feel that you can take maybe 1 or 2 steps across the stepping stones, getting closer to the other side of the river. And one of these stepping stones is just consistency. I want you to think how many people gain weight. They don't do it strategically. It's not a goal they have written down somewhere. It's just the side effect of consistently eating poor quality food for long enough has a side effect that they get bigger and bigger. And therefore the opposite is also true. The more fruits and vegetables you eat, the more lean proteins, the more you reduce those refined carbohydrates, and the more consistent just doing foods you enjoy anyway, small portions of quality food at meal times when you feel hungry, and as the days turn into weeks and the weeks turn into months, progress is just the natural law of nature. You reap what you sow. That outcomes are a natural side effect of inputs. That when you do the right things, the right outcomes naturally follow. And if your unconscious mind is willing to try things that naturally align with your body, that enable you to not lose weight because you're trying to lose weight, but that by losing weight is just a cause and effect reaction of making great choices consistently. And if your unconscious mind is willing to find the best possible choices for you, let me know by nodding your head. That's it. And then take another step on that next stepping stone. And here you can see the other side of the riverbank. And I want you to see yourself, your future self, maybe 6 months from now, maybe 9 months from now, maybe a year from now. I want you to see yourself in a new era of your life, a new phase of your life. A phase of your life where you exude confidence. That there is a version of you living life, enjoying life, representing someone that has gone through a phase of self-consciousness and realized they are worthy, they are deserving, and they have got to a level that they feel good in their own skin. And if you can see that future version of you on the other side of the riverbank, smiling, being more active, having the kind of qualities that you would link to health, sparkling eyes, glowing skin, confident posture. If you can see that version of you on the other side of the bank, let me know by nodding your head. And realize that at this point, you're just a few steps away. Crucial steps. And one of those crucial steps will be recovering from a setback. You don't know when the setback will happen. But in every story, right before the hero finds their way to the destination they've been seeking all along, they are tested. There is always a test. Every book, every movie you've ever watched or read, the main character is tested. When all seems lost, they dig deep. They find the resolve. They're willing to continue marching on even when it looks like what they really desire is no longer an option. And then they pass the test, and in passing the test they get to the end of their quest. And I want you to imagine the other side of the river is your personal quest right now. You've already made progress. And if your unconscious mind is now ready and willing to be tested, I want you to imagine that at the point where you're being tested, your intuition will dig deep, find a way to give you whatever resources you need in that moment. So you come back more resilient, more determined, more stronger than you ever thought possible. In so many areas of your life, you've overcome adversity and became stronger for it. The test on the horizon will be no different. And if your unconscious mind is now primed and ready to dig deep when it needs it most, let me know by nodding your head. And then imagine you take a step on the other side of the river. And I want you to imagine feeling how you would feel if losing weight wasn't the goal, but the prize, the reward you get from all these amazing choices that you were consistently and diligently, but not perfectly, pursuing for so long. The confidence, the feeling of pride and accomplishment, the willingness to do things for you just because you deserve them. As you experience this taste of a future version of you, acknowledge the idea that every good choice will now give you a taste of this future version of you. Losing weight isn't what will make you feel good. It's who you become with the choices you make to become the version of you that you will enjoy the most. The choices are what will make you feel good. I want you to imagine walking back over the stepping stones, knowing that the whole journey seems easier now that you've done it just within your imagination. The foggy river is no longer foggy. The fog lifts, blue skies return, feeling the warm sun on your skin, and you can see that version of you that was asleep in that comfortable chair all along. I want you to step into that version, so the unconscious and the conscious are now one, fully integrated, but take all of these resources back into the moment, feeling optimistic, discerning, deserving, tenacious, but also free. This isn't something you have to do or should do. This is just something you get to do. You get to make choices to take your life in a positive direction. And you can feel the weight being lifted off your shoulders. All the pressure, all the expectation goes away. This is something you are choosing to do. Take a deep breath in. Feel like you're returning to the present, and breathe out. Just wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes. Take another deep breath in and out through your nose. As very soon I count from 1 to 10 to awaken you, you will awaken feeling confident, resourceful, looking forward to making subtle differences that get you closer, choice by choice, to the version of you that you deserve to be. Starting to count. 1, 2, 3, waking up. 4, 5, 6, more alert. 7, 8. Open your eyes, open your eyes. 9, 10. Wide awake, wide awake, wide awake.
Thank you for listening to The Hypnotist with Adam Cox, the show that gives you inside access to cutting-edge hypnosis with real clients facing genuine issues. To automatically receive the latest episodes, please subscribe. If you'd like to support the show, please share this episode with just one friend you think it could help. And if this episode helped you, please leave us a 5-star review.